Hello, this is Nicolas from Symphonia team. Welcome to this tutorial dedicated to the function BVH Animator for the Symphonia animation tools. This feature allows you to animate characters in SketchUp in a realistic way. The objective of this tutorial is to introduce you step by step how to use BVH Animator. Firstly, we will show you how to get motion capture files, also called BVH files. Then we will show how to automatically create a skeleton in SketchUp. This is the skeleton that will define the movements of your character. Then you will see how to draw or import a human model. Some rules have to be followed. Next, we will show you how to associate your character and the skeleton. This will allow the animation of your character. Finally, you will see how to manage your animation and how to adjust its various parameters. BVH Animator is based on the reading of files with extension BVH, which contain human motion capture data. It's a technique widely used in video games such as Second Life. The video you are viewing right now provides an overview of what you will be able to achieve at the end of this tutorial. The first thing to do to follow this tutorial is to get some BVH files. To do this, we will go to a site where we will be able to download such files. Go to Google and search for DAZ CMU BVH database. Click the first link starting with the DAZ friendly BVH release. This site lists thousands of BVH files from the Carnegie Mellon University. Scroll down a little bit the page and click the first link, zip file for BVH directories 1 to 9. Then click on download. The download should start almost instantly. Resume the tutorial when it is completed. At the end of the download, unzip the downloaded file using softwares like WinZip, which is included in Windows, or classic WinRAR. You will get several folders numbered 1 to 9. Each of these folders contains BVH files related to some type of movement. The Excel file contains the list of all the BVH files. For example, it tells you that the folder number 6 contains BVH files relating to basketball motions. We will not go further into the technical details of BVH files, as the BVH Animator function lets you animate characters in a simple way. However, if you want to know more about it, all details are provided in the documentation available on the website of SIT. Now open Google SketchUp. The BVH Animator function uses three icons on the toolbar of SIT with a yellow character. The first thing to do is to automatically create a skeleton. To do this, click the left icon. A window opens and prompts you to select a BVH file. Go to the directory where you have stored your BVH files, go to the folder number 2 and select the file 21.bvh, for example. A skeleton appears immediately in your SketchUp scene. Go to the menu window and then Layers. The skeleton consists of two layers: BVH bones, that are bones or limbs, BVH joints, that are the joints. If we hide the bones, only joints remain. That's to say, for example, the elbows, shoulder, the hip, the knee, the ankle, etc. If we hide the joints, only the bones are visible. Click again in the menu window and then Outliner. The Outliner window contains the hierarchy of the skeleton. The first level group is the hips that actually contain the entire skeleton. Then, scrolling down in the structure, one goes deeper in the hierarchy of the skeleton to move to the extremities. Click on BVH Model, which is the name of the skeleton. Then close the Windows Outliner and Layers. Click on Play and you will see the first animation of your skeleton. Its motion matches the BVH file you have loaded when you create it. We have closed the window outliner at first because it significantly slows down the calculations and the animation would have been very jerky. The purpose of this tutorial is now to explain how to link the 3D human model to the skeleton for the human model to get the same behavior. Leave aside the skeleton for now. Now you must create or import a 3D character. In this tutorial we will import it directly from 3D Warehouse. Go to the menu File, 3D Warehouse, Get Models, and look for SAT BVH tutorial. Download the model called Human Model Animator BVH Tutorial Step 1. Click on Yes. The download can take over 40 seconds depending on your download rate. Put the character in your SketchUp scene. A character which will be animated must have some features. Each limb that will be animated must be placed into an individual group. Double-click the character and press Ctrl+A to select all the groups. You will find that each of its limbs that will be animated later is placed in individual groups. Reopen the Structure Outliner and scroll down the hierarchy of the character and the skeleton. You will find that we have named the limbs of the character with the same name of those of the skeleton in order to link them more easily later. The only difference is that we have added a postfix character in the case of the character. For example, the left forearm of the character is named L4arm character, while the left forearm of the skeleton is simply named L4arm. Close again the window outliner. Then go to the menu View, Face Style, and X-Ray. This will allow you to see through faces. You will find that the limbs of the character overlap at their joints, for example at the elbow, the shoulder, the thigh, or the knee. This is necessary in order to avoid the appearance of holes during the character's movement later. We also recommend you to turn some important limbs around their joints to get an idea of the results that will be obtained later. For example, we will rotate the forearm around the elbow. You will find that the result is good as long as the movement does not exceed a certain amplitude. The result obtained here is a little bit crude because we have not accurately placed the center of the rotation and its axis. This will be done later. The next step consists in creating a simple and clearly visible marker. We will duplicate it and place a copy on each joint of the character. We have already created this marker. Go to 3D Warehouse and again search for SAT BVH tutorial. Then download the cross-shaped model SAT marker. Click on Yes and place it anywhere near your character. Stay in the mode X-ray to clearly see your model. Zoom in on the marker. You will notice that the center of the marker is determined by the intersection of three lines. This allows using it as a point of inference in order to position it easily later. Now, you need to duplicate the marker as many times as necessary to place one at the center of each joint of the character. In this tutorial, we will show you how to place the marker at the elbow of the character. Some rules must be followed. Firstly, you have to be in X-ray mode. It's already done. Next, it will be easier to use the camera in parallel projection mode. To do this, go into the camera menu and click Parallel Projection. You can also use the classic views as front, top, and side. The marker should be moved from its center. Now, place it close to the character's elbow. You can use the front view and zoom in. You can also use the arrow keys of your keyboard to lock the movement along an axis, for example the vertical or horizontal axis. If the displacement is not accurate, it may be due to the accuracy of SketchUp, which could be not sufficient. To increase it, you can go to the menu Window, then Model Info, go to Units, and increase the accuracy of SketchUp, for example, to the millimeter. And do the same for the inference points. Click Enter to accept the changes. You will see that the displacement of the marker is now much more precise. We place it correctly in the center of the joint. Click on the top view to do the same, and finally on the side view. At the end, return to the front view. Each time you have finished placing a marker, we advise you to rotate the limb around that marker and to check that the result is correct. Otherwise, the marker of the character or even the 3D model have to be readjusted. Here, we will rotate the forearm around the elbow using the marker. You can use the top view to better appreciate the result. You will find that this result is quite correct. This model, with all its markers correctly placed, is available in the 3D warehouse. Open the 3D warehouse and look for SAT BVH tutorial again. This time, download the model Human Model plus Markers BVH Animator Tutorial Step 2. The download may take more than 30 seconds. Place the new model in the SketchUp scene next to the previous one. Open the window outliner again. You will find that all the markers of the character have been put into a single group named Joint Character. This group was also locked That is why it appears red. This prevents inadvertent movements thereafter. To lock or unlock a group, you just have to right-click on it and click on Unlock or Lock. Once you have positioned all the markers, you must make sure that your character is in the same position as that of the skeleton. That's to say, either the arms along the body, this is called I stance, or the arms horizontal, palms down, this is the T stance. This is the position taken by the skeleton that we have loaded, and also that of our character, so we have nothing to change here. Otherwise, it would have been necessary to rotate the character's arms around its shoulders with the help of the marker. If you had to change the position of your character, please save it again. Before continuing this tutorial, we will delete the character that we have downloaded before and its markers. The next step is to adapt the skeleton to the character's size. Open again the window outliner. Select the human model and hide it. Make sure that you are still in X-ray mode to see the center of the markers. Then, select the joint hips of the skeleton and move it to the joint hips of the character, symbolized by its marker. Then, use the scaling tool, select the top right corner, and let down Ctrl to make a uniform scaling of the skeleton. The goal is that its size be roughly equal to the markers. Once this is done, move the skeleton again by its hips joined and let it match the marker of the human character. Sometimes you have to repeat this step once or twice to get a satisfactory result. The goal is not to seek perfection. The size of the skeleton has just to be about the same as the markers of the characters. Then, you have to put all the joints of the skeleton on the markers of the character. You must do this manipulation hierarchically, that is to say starting from the hips and going deeper and deeper to the ends. In order to show you an example, we will place the joints to the left arm. Firstly, the abdomen, then the chest, the collar, the shoulder, and the arm. We will stop there for this example. It is very important to move the joints by using the tool Move only. Do not rotate or scale the bones of the skeleton. When moving the joints, the lines of the skeleton symbolizing the bones are sometimes not attached to the joints anymore. That's why it is possible, at any time, to redraw the skeleton by clicking on the Redraw button of the SIT toolbar. This is a button with a character and a pencil. You will notice that the bones are well drawn again. Actually, the lines symbolizing the bones have just a graphical goal to locate the joints more easily. They are not involved in the movements of the skeleton. Although it's optional, it's strongly recommended to redraw the skeleton once all the joints are properly placed. When you have finished building the skeleton, you can unhide the character and hide its markers. For this, we must first unlock them, then hide them, and lock them again. When you have finished placing all the joints of the skeleton, we recommend you that you save your model. The model, with the skeleton completely redesigned, is also available in the 3D warehouse. Look for SAT BVH tutorial as before. This is the model animator BVH tutorial step 3. Download it and put it in your SketchUp scene. Place it next to the previous model. You will see that all the joints of the skeleton of this new model are correctly placed. Now you can use the outliner window to delete the previous model and its skeleton. The last step is to move each of the groups of the character containing a limb in the hierarchy of the skeleton to the right place. You can remove the X-ray mode, open the window outliner again, and scroll down the hierarchy. Using the outliner window, we must drag and drop the groups of the character in the appropriate groups of the skeleton. For example, the hips of the character, named hips character, will be moved in the group hips of the skeleton. It's necessary for each group of the character to be placed in the corresponding group of the skeleton. For example, we will properly place the limbs of the left leg of the character. Let's start with the foot, L-foot character. We put it in the foot of the skeleton. Let's continue with the thigh, L-thigh. And finally the shin, which is called L-shin. At any time, it's possible to close the window outliner and to launch an animation to see if the results suit. We remind you that we close the window outliner because it significantly slows down the calculation and produces jerky animations. Click on Rewind, and then continue to place all the limbs of the character in the hierarchy of the skeleton. Once you have completed the operation for all the limbs, you can hide the skeleton by going in the menu Window and Layers and unchecking the visibility of BVH bones and BVH joints. You can see that the skeleton is no longer visible. We advise you to save your model at the end of this step. The fully completed model is available in the 3D warehouse. You can download it as usual by looking for SAT BVH tutorial. It is the model BVH Animator step 4. Download it in your SketchUp scene. You can place it next to your previous character. Close the outliner window. You can now start the animation to see the final result. Make a rewind. Completely remove the previous character. And you now have a finished animated character. Now that you have an animated character, it's possible at any time to change the file associated with the BVH skeleton in order to change its behavior. It's also possible to rename the skeleton and to change some settings of the animation. For this, click the icon with a character and a text on the toolbar. The BVH Manager window opens. Now select the skeleton, and you will see the different fields that can be modified. The first field, BVH name, lets you just change the name of the skeleton. The second field, Load New Data, allows you to load a new BVH file and thus to modify the animation of your character. The field BVH Duration is just here for informational purpose. It gives you the duration of the animation. The field Delta Before Begin allows you to add a time in seconds before starting the motion. Finally, the field Number of Repetition allows you to specify the number of times that the animation will be played. Also, if you enter 0, the animation will be repeated indefinitely. For example, we will change the BVH file to change the character animation. You must click on the icon with a text shape. Select, for example, the folder number 6, which contains BVH files with basketball motions, and load the file 614. You will see that the duration has instantly been updated. Add a delay of 2 seconds, and the movement will be repeated 3 times. You must click on Save to save the changes. Start the animation. You can see that the animation does not begin until 2 seconds, and that it is repeated 3 times. Now you have everything you need to try countless animations. Feel free to return to the website that we presented at the beginning of this tutorial to download other BVH files. The last part of this tutorial will show you how to easily create many characters from the one you have just obtained. Open again the Outliner window. The first thing to do is to explode the component that you have imported from 3D Warehouse and recreate it immediately as a group. This is necessary because when you duplicate a component, it's not possible to distinguish the behavior of each copy. You can close the window Outliner. Then use the tool Move and press Ctrl. You will see a symbol plus appears to create a copy of your character. Click to place the copy and press Star 2 on your keyboard to automatically create a second copy. You can quickly change some features of the characters in order to distinguish them. For example, open the window Materials, then go to the second character hairs and change their color. We can do the same for its shirt. We will change it into gray. Once it is done, open again the BVH Manager window and click on the new skeleton in order to associate their new BVH files. For the first copy, we will take, for example, the file 2.3, which is a running motion. and we will only make one motion. Then, for the second copy, we will take the first BVH file we have used, knowing the 2-1, which is a walking motion. We will also make one motion. Remember to click on Save to save the changes. We can now restart the animation. And we see that the characters have different motions. This method of duplication of characters is very convenient and allows you to quickly populate many SketchUp models. This tutorial is now finished. You are now ready to use BVH Animator and all its features. Do not forget to read the full documentation available on the website of Symphonia. Symphonia team joins me in thanking you for your attention. See you soon!